Do I come down hard on black women? Yeah, I do. Do I feel like I'm different from a lot of other dudes on YouTube who also talk about black women? I do. Here's why. Um, I should have did this video a while ago, but you have to understand. I've seen great black women of all types: short, tall, medium, light, mixed, brown, dark, natural hair, pressed hair, short hair, locks, um, Eurocentric features, black features, well dressed. I mean, I've seen it all. Traditional, God fearing. I've seen it, right? What makes me different is I've been around good black women, right? Who were almost there. I want to say that they were 99.9% there. I mean, they were there. Great. You know, chicks that you can bring home to your mom. You know, chicks that would ride or die with you. Chicks that would hold you down. You know, buy your groceries. Let them take your car to a job interview. Like, I've been there. I've seen these women. Great. Really, I have. Um, so that's where my frustration comes from, because it comes from the fact that most of them fell because they believed in this notion that the best thing for a 18-year-old to 24-year-old black chick to do, who does have their shit together, is to be single and independent, right? Some suffered from it more, but this whole act that, you know, I don't want to be tied down and I want to be a free agent. And I've seen them fail. I've seen them fail. Why? Here's why. Simply because black culture doesn't support quote unquote single independent women. Now, if you were a white chick who was educated and had her shit together, I guess you can say that she can have this single independent phase. Why? Why? Because she can socialize in circles where she's around other women and other men like herself. She can exist in those circles. Same thing for Asian women. Same thing for Persian women. Like all these other social groups, they all have, you know, populations, certain segments, right, where they can go where everybody's like-minded, right? So, you know, if anything, I should hear a whole lot more non-black women, you know, going for the single independent lifestyle from 18 to 24, right? But when the black women do it, it's not the same. Yeah, they may go to Vegas a couple of times. They may hang out with their homegirls, you know, take a trip to the Bahamas a couple of times, maybe once a year, but it gets played. You know, it gets done, it gets old, it gets redundant, and they're not happy. They act like they are, but they're not happy. Why? Because they're not in spots where they're socializing with other women like themselves or with other men like themselves moving in the same direction, right? And you know, you can say the men don't want to be there, you can say it's the society, it doesn't really matter. The fact of the matter is, you know, the men aren't there to support this single independent lifestyle where, you know, you're mingling, you're having drinks, you're casually dating, you're going out to the movies, you're having Starbucks, you know, like we don't have that because there's not enough numbers to support it, and it depends on where you live, right? So that's why I come down hard on the women, because they're almost there, right? And they don't take advantage of situations, you know, that benefit them, right? All the chicks that I talk to who keep it real, they always talk about how they would have did things a little bit differently if they could do it all over again, right? If they could start cars all over again, they would do it a little bit differently. They would have did it things a little bit better. They would have looked for this or looked for that, but they don't. So for me, it's almost a bittersweet thing. Really, it is. Like, I don't really take joy in, you know, putting black women down. I don't. I mean, you know, if I want to get my fix somewhere else, you know, I'll go pump some weight or do something. You're like, I'm not really going to, you know, boost my ego by putting the black women down. Simply because I've known so many to the point where we don't even talk. Seriously, we don't talk. I have about Mm, anywhere from 2 to 3 chicks that I've known from the past that I talk to regularly. The rest of the chicks that I described before, I don't even know where they're at. Simply because it's too bittersweet. Really, it is. It's too bittersweet. And it's just they get lost in this mindset, and it's just depression, loneliness, anger, regret, and it's all mixed up, and it just manifests into this ugliness. Then you get despair, then you get to desperation, and you get the whole selfishness. Well, I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna raise my standards to unrealistic levels because I need to do so to feel good about myself. So you get all that stuff, right? And it's sad for me to see it on the other end, right? I grew up with these chicks when they were young, 18, 19, 20, 21, who had the whole world in front of them, had good mindsets, but somewhere down the line they got caught up in this whole, ooh, it's appealing to be single and independent. And now that I'm getting older, you see them going through the phase, and then you see what happens when they come out of that phase. They don't come out the same way. I'd be straight if the women went through the single independent phase and they came out on the other side just the same before they went in. I'd be straight with that. I wouldn't even be making videos. But they come out differently. They come out changed. They come out bitter and hardened, like mad at the world. So that's my push, right? To get black women to get a whole lot serious, a whole lot younger. Not just so the black man can feel good, but even if she wants to step outside the race or do whatever she wants to do, right? So she's there. Youth is a feature that women can't control, but men love. Go out through the history of time. Youth is a woman's biggest quality. If you're a woman and you're young and serious, you're at your maximum potential. You go to any culture, it's not frowned upon. You strike while the iron is hot. Right? But a lot of the women, they just miss this phase, and they tune it out. And that's why, I'm here doing these videos. Alright, to hopefully try to open up some dialogue, to try to get some of these women back to how they were before, how they know they were before. So anyways, tell me how you feel.